Hello everybody and welcome to this special assembly video. Today we are going to be assembling the XM Studios Grimlock, who we have here on the table in pieces. You might have already seen my full review on this piece on our other channel, EvanTube HD, but on today's video you are getting to see me assemble this thing for the first time. Not quite as many pieces as we've gotten from those Prime 1 Bayformers, but there are quite a few here and they are heavy. So I'm hoping that I can pull this off by myself. It is recommended that you have somebody help you, but I was able to assemble that giant Devastator statue, so I'm hoping this one's not going to be a problem. So once again, this is one of my most anticipated Transformers statues, probably one of the most anticipated pieces of the whole year. So right here we have this huge base. For a moment I thought I was going to have to bust out that custom turntable that I used for the Sentinel, but it looks like it's going to fit on this 24-incher. There is a little bit of overhang right here on this side, but for the most part, I think it's going to work. It looks like we're going to have to start off with the legs. I did take a look at the assembly video when it first came out, but I haven't seen it since, and that was months ago. So we're just going to try and wing it here. So here is the giant left leg. This thing is huge, and it is heavy. There are a couple pieces that we have to key into the foot and the ankle area, and it probably makes sense to do that now because once you stick this thing in, there's very little room to work with on the inside. Let's see if we can find the pieces here. So this is the part for the foot. You just got to find the right one. Oh, we got lucky right off the bat. So let's try this one. Oh, and this one fit too. Then we have these pieces that kind of go up here. All right, looks like they all might just fit together. We got the full leg assembly, and we're just gonna go ahead and key this thing in right here. There's a little cutout for the foot. It's in there at a little angle, and the whole thing is a little wobbly right now, but that'll get situated once we attach the torso and the other leg. So we'll go ahead and do the same thing with the right leg. Let's see how the fit is on these pieces. Okay, pretty good. Do this side. And there is this piece. All right, so here's where the tricky part comes in. We need to put this key and peg into the little keyhole on the torso. Let's see how we're gonna do that. Like I said, usually that wouldn't be a problem, except these pieces are extremely heavy. And this is probably the heaviest piece right here. The body, obviously Grimlock has a massive body, plus he has this giant T-Rex head on his back. So it keys in right here on the little hip socket. So I'm gonna lie it down here, and this is where a friend would come in handy, but you know, I like to live on the edge and do things myself. If you want things done right, you gotta do it yourself. I'm gonna go ahead and put this towards the edge of the table. So this leg is at more of a 90 degrees, so it is bent quite a bit. So we'll just insert that here. Hope everything goes together smoothly. But now we have this giant piece to work with. So I'll grab it from the back. Oh man, this thing is heavy. Let's turn this a little bit. All right, and we'll line this key up, line the little peg, get the leg in place, and there we go. Woo! All right, and this thing is solid. It is not moving anywhere, and that's what I like to see. With that Devastator piece, once we put everything together, that thing had me nervous. I mean, you would move the arm a little bit, the legs would kind of wobble. This thing is not moving. So here we have the torso and the legs. So far, looking really good. So his head is kind of looking off to the left here, just like that. So then we have these little wings, or kind of the upper arms of the T-Rex, and these go on the back side. It actually goes right into the temple area of the T-Rex. There's a nice shaped key in there with the peg. And we can go ahead and do the other side as well. Gotta wiggle it a little bit to make sure that key goes in, and then the whole weight of it and the friction kind of hold it in place. So now we need some arms. Let's go ahead and go with this one. It comes with a bare hand that's kind of open and just keys in like that. And this one is his left arm. This is the more casual left arm. I guess the casual right arm as well. And that one is holding this big club or mace. It comes in two different parts because we need to assemble it into his hand. So this bent arm and this hand, get it lined up right. Slide it in. All right, so that one sticks out a little bit more around the shoulder area. Again, I don't think it's going anywhere. The other one's a little bit more flush. So we've got a metal rod over here attached to this piece. This is actually very lightweight, and this has some pretty good heft to it. I know some people were worried that once you attach this, that it would kind of bend it down over time. We'll stick the handle up here. This part will come up here. Key together. Very nice flush fit there. And then we got to move his hand down to the handle, and it kind of just rests there, like so. But if you didn't want so much stress on this handle, you could kind of choke up on the handle too, and that would take some of the stress out. Some people also suggested kind of turning it every now and then to counteract the bend. This option wasn't shown when they debuted this piece, but I think it's a pretty cool option to have. It doesn't take up quite as much room as the other options. Next we have this piece right here. This is part of the base, and I believe it just goes on the back side. Yep, there is a big keyhole right here. We're just gonna line that up. So there, perfect. Very nice flush fit on that. Again, kind of just to give it a little bit more dimension, fill up this negative area here on this side of the base. So here's option one, and let's go ahead and do option two. So we're gonna slide this arm out. Let's go ahead and give him the gun. So this is the gun hand, and that one's gonna go in the same exact way, just like so. And then we have the hand with the little shotgun or big shotgun that goes on this side. And make sure it's in there good. You might think they're gonna touch these claws, but they actually don't. But here is another option with the gun. Obviously this adds a whole lot to the width of the piece. Comes out quite a bit. Finally, we have the sword, and we'll remove this. I don't want it falling. I'm just gonna remove his whole hand. Take the arm off, stick this arm in. So this arm fits in a little bit better than the mace arm, a little bit more flush in that shoulder area. And then we'll stick this thing in. And with this option, it is super massive, both width and depth. With this option, it's gonna be very difficult to stick this thing in any kind of case. I almost forgot, we have some more parts that I didn't put on the table because I didn't have enough room, and that of course is the alt mode. So let me go grab those pieces, and here they are. We have our T-Rex, we have a couple legs. We'll move Grimlock so you can see me. And let's go ahead and stick these on. We've got two big hind legs. One just goes on one side, one goes on the other. And then we have two little baby T-Rex arms. And there's a little peg hole in there. Hope I got the arms right. There you go. And you can just stand them up on the floor, or you can use the little coasters. So we'll put those down like this. I think you put two in the back, one in the front, and we just stick them on there like that. Okay guys, so there you have it. That was the extended assembly video for the XM Studios Grimlock. Not too bad. It was a little bit heavy. Definitely if you're a smaller person, you might want to have a friend handy. Be careful getting on that torso and that leg, but everything else is pretty much straightforward. Great fit, great assembly on this thing. If you guys haven't already seen it and want to see the full review on this guy, make sure to head over and watch that video on EvanTube HD. But this guy is a beast. He's definitely my favorite Transformers from the line. Probably my favorite Transformers statue to date. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.